وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Today we are going to discuss about the description of ablution. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha qumtum ila as-salati faghsilu wujuhakum wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiq wamsahu bi ru'usikum wa arjulakum ila al-ka'bayn. This verse is verse number 6 of Surah Al-Ma'idah. It is called Ayatul Wudu, the verse of ablution. Because in that verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us how to perform ablution. The basic aspects of ablution, the faraid wudu, the obligatory aspects of ablution, they are mentioned in that verse. That is why the verse is called Ayatul Wudu, because it came to describe to Muslims how to perform ablution. So in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, O you who believe, is addressing the believers, the mu'minun. إِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ, when you want to go for prayer, فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ. That is, before starting your prayer, then you have to wash your faces. Wash your faces, وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ, and you wash your hand up to the elbow, وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ, and rub hand on your heads, وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ, and wash your legs to your feet to the ka'bayn, that is the ankles. You wash your feet to the ankles. So in this verse, Allah mentioned the most important aspects, compulsory aspects of ablution, that if you don't do them, you don't have ablution. Then there are so many hadiths for the Prophet ﷺ that came to describe how the Prophet ﷺ used to perform ablution. So one of these hadiths is the hadith of Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا اسْتَيْقَظَ أَحَدُكُمْ مِنْ نَوْمِهِ فَلْيَغْسِلْ يَدَيْهِ قَبْلَ أَنْ يُدْخِلَهُمَا فِي الْإِنَاءِ ثَلَاثًا. Prophet ﷺ is giving us a lesson in this place that if any of you wakes up from sleep, if you wake up from sleep, you have to wash your hands, your two hands, 3 times before dipping them inside water, inside the vessel you are using to perform ablution. Before putting your hand inside water, you have to wash your hand 3 times when you wake up from sleep. So this is one of the adab, the manners of waking up. When you wake up, you go and wash your hand 3 times. Then why did he say so? He says, فَإِنَّ أَحَدَكُمْ لَا يَدْرِي أَيْنَ بَاتَتْ يَدُهُ. Because when you were sleeping, you don't know where you put your hand, what your hand touched while you are sleeping. Your hand may touch something that is not good. Another thing also, those things that are flying, all those ants that are walking, spiders, they may come and lick your hand. Rats may come and lick your hand, then your hands will be germs. So you need to say that if the Prophet said that you should wash your hand as you wake up from sleep, he knows why he's saying it. There's a wisdom behind it, so that you will always be protected all the time. So he said, you don't know where you dip your hand or where you place your hand while you were sleeping. So this is Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. So that is why when we want to perform ablution, the first thing we do is to wash our hands 3 times. Then the second hadith is hadith of Humran, who narrated that this Humran was a servant of Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. It is Humran Mawla Uthman. So he narrated that Uthman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, you all know Uthman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the third caliph of Islam, that da'a bi wadu'in, wadu with fathul waw, it means something that you use to perform ablution. Why wudu is the ablution itself. So there's difference in Arabic between wadu with waw maftuha and wudu with waw madmuma. Wadu is something that you use to perform ablution, like water or a kettle where there's water. And wudu is the act of performing ablution. You understand now? So there are 2 of them, they are different. So Anna Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu da'a bi wadu'in. Da'a bi wadu means he asked somebody to bring something for performing ablution, like a kettle or like a keg or like a bowl with water for performing ablution. Then when they brought it, فَغَسَلَ كَفَّيْهِ ثَلَاثَ مَرَّاتٍ, the first thing he did was that he washed his 2 palms. Al-kaf. Kaf is from here to here. This is called kaf. But when they say yet the whole hand. But when they say calf, it's from here to here. This is called calf, which in English we call palm. So he washed his palm, 2 palms, 3 times. Thumma tamadmada. Tamadmada is to draw water, put water inside your mouth and shake it. It's not only to put water inside mouth. So people they just put water inside mouth, throw it. You put this water inside your mouth and shake it. You shake the water inside your mouth. That is called tamadmada. Wastanshaka. Stanshaka is to draw water inside your nose. Inside your nostrils, you draw water inside. Then wastanthara. Then throw it out. Istansara is to throw the water out. When you draw it inside, then you throw it out. That is called istansara. So you do istinshaq, you do istinsar. Thumma ghasala wajhahu thalatha. After that, the next thing he did was he washed his face from ear to ear. That is your face. And from this forehead to this place, this is your face. Thumma ghasala yadahu al-yumna. After that, he washed his right hand ila al-mirfaq. This is called mirfaq, to the elbow. From here, you start from here, not from here. You have to start, because when you say hand, that means the whole of this one. Then you start from here, because hand start from here. You wash it to the elbow 3 times. So mal yusra mithla that. Then you wash the left hand from his head here to the elbow 3 times. When you are washing the elbow, you make sure that you wash round the elbow. Don't just wash and each here. You have to make sure that the whole elbow is washed. Thumma masaha birasi. After that, he took water, he rubbed on his head. Thumma ghasala rijlahu al-yumna ila al-ka'bayn. Then he washed his feet from here to here. This one, he washed the feet also to the calf. Thumma ghasala rijlahu al-yumna ila al-ka'bayn thalatha marrat. Thumma al-yusra mithla. So he washed them all 3 times to the elbow, both the left, the right, and then the left leg. Summa qala ra'aytu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam tawadda'a nahwa wudu'i hadha. After Usman radiyallahu ta'ala has performed this ablution, then he said to them that I saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam perform ablution in the same manner that I have performed ablution. This is the hadith of Umran, Mawla Usman radiyallahu ta'ala, who described how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed ablution. The last hadith here is the hadith of Abdullah bin Zayd, and it's also very important. This hadith narrated that Abdullah bin Zayd performed ablution the way the Prophet used to perform it. Tawaddu'a wudu'a Nabi sallallahu. Because these people, they are Sahaba, Usman is Sahabi, and Abdullah bin Zayd is also Sahabi. They lived with the Prophet, they saw how he was doing everything. So that's why they came to describe for how the Prophet performed ablution. Because if you perform ablution in a way different from the way Prophet performed it, you have no ablution. You have to follow the way Prophet performed his own ablution. So he said, Tawaddu'a wudu'a Nabi sallallahu. This Abdullah bin Zayd performed the ablution the way Prophet used to perform ablution. فَأَكْفَأَ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ مِنَ التَّوْبِ. So when he started performing the ablution, he took water and poured in his hand, in his palms, from the towel. The towel is tossed, a big bowl which they used to put water, a big vessel. Then when he took water from it, he put in his hand. فَغَسَلَ يَدَيْهِ ثَلَاثًا. He washed his hand 3 times. He washed it 3 times. ثُمَّ أَدْخَلَ يَدَهُ فِي التَّوْلِ. Then he put again his hand inside that vessel. فَمَضْمَضَ وَاسْتَنْشَقَ وَاسْتَنْثَرَ ثَلَاثَ غُرُفَاتٍ. Then he did a madmada, that is putting water in the mouth and shaking it and throwing it. Then he did istinshaq, drawing water inside the nose, and istinsaq, throwing the water from inside the nose. All this he did 3 times. And he will take one and do. Then he will take a second one and do, and take a third one and do. 3 times he took water to do all these things. So ma'ad khala yadahu faghasala wajhahu salasa. Then he again put hand inside that vessel, took another water, then he washed his face 3 times. So maghasala yadayhi marrataini ila al-mirfaqayn. Then he washed his 2 hands 2 times. Wash this one 2 times, then wash this one 2 times to the mirfaqayn. ثم أدخل يده فمسح رأسه فأقبل بهما وأدبر مرة واحدة. Then he now dip his hand inside the vessel again, take water, then he rubbed on his head. فأقبل بهما. Then he started from the forehead, then took the 2 hands to back of his head. وأدبر بهما مرة واحدة. Then he brought the 2 hands back. You start from here and you go back. Make sure that the 2 hands they cover the head. Then you come back to where you started. Only once. Maso ras is only once, not 3 times. ثم غسل رجليه إلى الكعبين. Then he washed his 2 feet to the Kaaba. Muttafaqun alayh. So this hadith is also in Sahih Bukhari. You discover that all the hadiths we have read here, they are all in Sahih Bukhari, and they came to describe how the Prophet ﷺ performed ablution. So what we gain from this hadith is that the Sahaba, the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, they described how the Prophet ﷺ performed ablution with precision. They describe it perfectly. So the Prophet ﷺ used to forbid anybody that wake up from sleep from just dipping his hand into the vessel where you are going to use to perform ablution or so without having washed your hand 3 times. So the Prophet, if he wakes up, he will first of all wash his hand 3 times, then he will do matmada, then he will do his isar, then he will wash his face, then his 2 hands to the elbows, then he will rub water on his head from the forehead to the back, then he will now wash his 2 feet. So this is how the Prophet used to perform ablution. So what we benefit from this hadith is that it is forbidden, and it's nahyu tahrim. It is forbidden for somebody to put hand inside water. Any water after waking up from sleep without having washing those 2 hands when he wakes up from sleep. You have to wash your 2 palms first 3 times according to the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet is also forbid it. Don't just go and put hand in the water you using to perform ablution or any water without washing them 3 times when you wake up from sleep. The second thing is that you have to perform ablution the way the Prophet ﷺ performed his ablution. Anything you are doing in Islam, you have to do it according to the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet ﷺ came to teach us how to do all those things. If he had not come, there was no way for us to have known how to do all those things. So you don't perform ablution the way you like. Then when you want to perform ablution, you go to the toilet, you use water to wash yourself. That is not part of ablution, which we studied last week, which is called istinja. Istinja and istijma, they are not part of ablution. They are necessary because before you start performing, you have to first of all clean yourself from all najasat and all impurities. That's why you have to do that. Then when you are performing ablution, what is wajib, what is compulsory? When we say wajib, it means that if you don't do it, that thing will not be perfect, and they will punish you for not doing it. That is called wajib. Something that is compulsory that you have to do. If you don't do it, you will get punishment for it. In ablution, what is compulsory that you perform ablution only once. That is the compulsory one. If you wash the hands 3 times, your legs 3 times, that one is sunnah. But the first one is the compulsory one. That is why you saw in the hadith of Abdullah bin Zayd, he washed his hand 2 times. So you can wash once, you can wash 2 times, you can wash 3 times. Yes, you can wash your hands once, 2 times, 3 times. The one that is compulsory is 3. Why this is like this is that Prophet perform all these ones. He performed ablution once, then he performed twice, then he performed thrice. Sometimes there is water. If there's enough water, for example, you can perform 3 times. But if there's more water, for example, you are traveling and there's only 1 bottle of water, you pour how many? If you come and wash your hand 3 times, this one 3 times, the water will not reach for the rest of people. So that is why in that case, you perform ablution with just only once. Those ones that you used to wash 3 times, you wash them only once. If you wash them only once, it's okay. You come after washing your hand 1, then you do madmada, then you do istinshaq, all once, not 2 times, 3 times. Then you wash your hands 1 time. Your ablution is perfect. The one that is compulsory is once. And that is what Allah SWT mentioned in the Quran. When he said, "Famsahu biwujuhikum wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiq," he mentioned only 1. He not mentioned 3 times. So that is the one that is wajib. Then if you wash 2 times, 3 times, that one is sunnah. Why you wash 3 times? For you to make sure that water reaches everywhere. But when you are in a place or a situation whereby the water is not enough, then you have to wash 1 time, not 2 times or 3 times. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.